Let's try that. Do we have sound? What do you...
Holy sound waves, echo.
Okay, so welcome to the Eternal Skunk Show. What just happened here? We did
Alpha?
We did about 5
Bravo.
minutes of the show. No more like
Charlie.
Delta Bravo.
Delta.
We did like 5 minutes of the show,
Echo.
and then I realized that the
Foxtrot.
audio was just totally wrong. Echo.
Keep going.
Golf.
Complain. There you
Hotel.
go. Golf.
India.
Hotel. Juliet. Kilo.
Yep.
Mike.
Well, so now we know how to do our...
Now we know how to speak in the military.
No, that's actually just like like aviation.
Yeah.
Military is a little different. They do like Bravo, Charlie, Echo, George, Homer. I don't know. I'm not in the military. How would I know?
Hotel.
So anyway, we did like 5 minutes of audio, and when we played it back just to check to see what it sounded like,
It sounded like poop.
yeah, it was like our last episode.
We do have to edit this shit.
So we had
not-
to go back, and now here's where we are today. So let me turn the air conditioner off temporarily.
Fine.
You got a fan blowing on you,
You're
you
lucky.
pussy.
You're lucky. You're lucky.
I made sure to take care of
Hey,
the co-host.
I'm still in my work attire,
Me too. You
which constitutes khakis and a shirt that I've spilled numerous cups of coffee on.
well, what's coffee meant for?
Oof, trick question? I don't
It's
know.
meant for spilling on your shirt.
Oh, I don't like that.
I have this
answer.
this coffee mug that I got from the Indian casino, and basically when I drink it,
What
if
brand of Indian?
the casino kind.
Good answer. All right, fair point.
So basically, if I don't screw this lid on like completely tight, I'll take my first sip and it'll dribble down my shirt. And
Is
so,
that how those fuckasses are getting back at us?
Uh-huh.
We'll take their land. Not only will we have casinos,
Take my $20 at the casino, and then
we will also make shoddily made coffee drinking devices.
I got it free, so I can't really complain too much.
Well, what did you have to barter for that?
You just
It
had to
didn't come
sign,
with
you had to
smallpox,
sign up. that explains a lot of what's happened inside my body for the last.
Is that why you're
10
not wearing
weeks.
socks? Which is
You would notice
a fucking
that.
rare occurrence.
You would notice my no socks.
It's because you never wear socks, dude. I've known
No,
you
I
for a long
always
time.
wear socks. Which
Or,
that's,
yeah.
that's what you tried to say.
Right.
Basically,
Well, it's opposite.
I'm in my
brand
home.
eye.
I want to be comfortable. I like the
Right.
freedom.
You're the most American person ever, then.
I'm worried about static electricity. I don't want to electrocute this entire radio
Do you know how many
studio.
times I get shocked at work, man?
Really?
I feel like fucking powder when I'm at work because if you get that obscure movie reference,
I don't. I just tried to
congratulations.
laugh. Just to,
Anyway, man, Powder's a movie that the dude was like electric. I don't fucking know, but he was really white, so I really connected with them. But anyway, every time I like get up to like touch something, bzz, bzz,
Yeah.
bzz, I'm like, fuck, dude.
I have
fuck.
days like that at work where I've actually gone out of my way to come home and get a dryer sheet. And I just rub myself with dryer sheet. Not only do I smell great, but it gets rid of the static electricity. I'll keep it in my back pocket.
This is a thing that people do, or just
I don't. It's just something I did.
how did you learn about it?
Well, why do you put a dryer sheet in the dryer?
I thought it was to make the shit smell good.
Well, that's probably part of the reason. I thought it was for the static electricity. Because if you don't put dryer sheets in and you try to wear your clothes, you're going to shock everything. Your cat will fucking hate you.
Huh. I'm processing a lot of new information. This is all news to me.
Well,
I thought dryer sheets were just basically meant to cover up weed and to make your clothes smell good and not like weed. But
Well, that's-
what you're telling me is that I am having electrical discharges coming off my fingertips and onto things that I touch on an hourly basis.
Right.
Such as my penis and computer, usually around the same time. It might be because of the latex that I wear. I mean, spandex? No, that's not any better.
Lycra pants.
I just wear yoga pants all day. Underneath everything I wear is yoga pants and a leotard.
Well, okay, so I just did
My junk is so snug against my left thigh right now. You might hear it scream if I move.
Please, just stay where you're at.
So warm.
So I just did a search for it, and the purpose of
search for what?
the purpose of dryer sheets. So that's what I entered, and it says dryer sheet.
How many computers are in front of you? Use your phone. My God. It was
a quick.
You are a man among men.
I've got four screens in front of me, and I choose the smallest one.
Oh my god, there's an iPad too. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, tell me about dryer sheets and who invented them. Was it a black dude?
It probably was. I mean, I don't really.
Was his name like DeChambeau?
Cura.
Cura.
No, that's just the name of the website. Basically, you can't really trust the internet because the first one says that the purpose is to help your clothes come out soft and static free, and the next one is
soft because it's called fabric softener.
Fabric softener, right?
Yep. Read.
Okay, so then the search here is why you need to ditch dryer sheets.
What? Who would say such a thing? Is this like a clickbait type thing?
Clickbait. Well, that's why I haven't clicked it. Cause I'm
good. We've made a weird amount of eye contact during this static electricity.
You know, it's weird. It's funny you say that because I have the hardest time of anybody looking someone in the eye.
Well, you're doing good, man. You're doing a good job. Keep up the good work.
Most of the time, I read people's lips because I don't hear what they're like. Because you
don't care what they say.
That's part of it, but a lot of times I don't hear what people say. So what I do is I read your lips and I try to fill in the blanks, what I hear and what I see, and I try to fill in what I think you said. So this happens with Britt all the time. She'll go like, "Open up the garage door," and I'll be like, "You want some more cilantro?"
What? No, taco night's tomorrow night. Yeah. The garage, idiot.
That's just one of my great qualities that I have.
Well, that's good. Well, good job. Whoa. What just happened there? Were you you didn't touch that computer so it went to sleep?
Yeah.
I don't think that's ever happened.
It went into like hibernate mode.
It went into like.
But did you see I caught it quick enough and it didn't actually.
Yeah, I did.
I have quick reflexes when it comes to my computers.
Quick like a minion.
Well, here's the thing. So here I'm doing a search on my phone as opposed to my computer.
Right.
My computer felt left out.
Oh, it's needy. Your computer's so tall. It's all elegant.
It's not that tall.
It looks like
it's a TV screen.
That's
what you see. You see a TV screen.
That's true. That is what I see.
Yep.
But if it had a hat, it would be a top hat.
Well, at least it's not a fedora.
That's what the other one would be.
The one behind it, or my laptop?
That's what the laptop
would be. The laptop's a fedora?
Yeah. Neckbeard fedora.
I think it's actually, it looks more kind of like one of those little French, like, beret
Computers
things.
don't even wear hats. What are you fucking talking about?
Oh, well, all right.
God damn. Let's make a company. Computers for hats.
For computers?
Hats for computers.
Free hat.
Free hat. I don't think nobody gets that part. They all remember it's some stupid like Raiders of the Lost Ark one. But the funniest thing about that episode of South Park is they're trying to free like a baby killer.
Yeah.
And they get away and they do it. And they get that man a baby. Like oh man. Anyway, that was a fun
free hats. We were talking about
we were talking about Hat McCullough, the notorious baby killer. The man who killed 21. It was in self-defense. Like, what? How do you even? Oh man!
You need to Google that one or check it out on YouTube for
anybody. If anybody who's listening,
just Google search free hat South Park and you'll find.
Watch all the South Parks till you get to that one. That's the only way to do it. So anyway,
if you haven't already seen every single one of them.
So anyway, you were telling me about a free hat
for the computer.
Oh yeah, computer hats for computers.
Yeah.
You know, we could make like you have like a little dome thing or whatever it is, a camera on top of your computer there.
Yep.
What if we made it like some sort of flamboyant hat that hid the camera, but you could look up at like your queer foppish computer hat.
The only time I ever hide that camera is
I know when.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just leave that one alone.
Yeah, but you could have more time like that because it would always be hidden. Hey, you got a shot glass full of rocks. Cool.
It's not a shot glass. If you drank a shot, that's got to be
3 shots. Oh no, that's like a 3.
That's like, can you take 3 shots in one sip or like one gulp?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah.
We're gonna test it out right now.
Well, okay. Next time I
want you to take 3 shots of that coffee right now. Do it. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. Done like a champion.
Empty. Don't make me chug things. But yeah, you've never seen like the party shooter shots where it's like one shot, like it's like a little thing. It's like one shot, like
Well, yeah.
buzz, 2 shots, like fun, 3 shots drunk, 4 shots floor.
Yeah.
Or it's a tequila one.
One tequila,
2
2
tequila. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
3 tequila floor.
Yeah. So with your one just filled with like numerous
Yeah.
like
Put alcohol in that one with all the rocks, and it's actually a one shot.
that would be like that's like how big that tequila one would be.
Okay.
What do you think that is? Like a gallon of rocks?
It's enough rocks to take out some of the mass inside of it.
Mass inside of what? The earth? What?
I was saying, okay. So
What? What are you saying?
I'm not a scientist.
Clearly, Mr. Scientist. Oh man,
Science was my best subject, actually.
Was it?
No, math.
it wasn't. You're a first chair flautist.
I don't even know what that means, but it's probably offensive.
You were so good at the flute, they put you in the front.
Okay. Actually, I got kicked out of the band.
For
Did I ever tell you that
being too good at the flute?
I was
I know. I didn't know
I was
that.
one of the top 3 flutists.
Flautist.
Flautist, yeah, sorry.
There you go. No, I didn't know. You tell your band story. I'll tell mine.
Well, okay, so I was in the band for many, many years. In fact, the first time I actually almost got kicked out of band is because I would skip band. We had band during lunch, so you eat lunch and then you go to band. Well, anybody who's not in band eats their lunch and goes to recess. Well, fuck band, I'm going to recess.
Noise. Yeah.
So they pulled me in and they're like, you can't, this is like a class. You can't skip class. It's called truancy.
Oh.
This is me as a 5th grader getting yelled at for skipping class. So that's where it begins. Well, when I got to, I don't know, 6th or 7th, and I think it was 6th grade actually. I don't think
it begun.
I don't think I lasted very long, but come 6th grade, I was one of the best trumpeters in my
Oh yeah,
in my group.
Little Satchmo over there, huh? Look
Yeah,
at you, old
something like
Louis
that.
Armstrong.
So, excuse me.
Getting his lips ready.
So it was me and Keith and Joel. We were the 3 best trumpeters in the group.
The 3 Trumpsteteers. You guys are a bunch of queers.
That's the best nickname I've ever heard. Impressive.
And you guys didn't even think of it?
No, we were in 6th grade.
What the fuck? Come on. Anyway.
So when we would do like the solos, like, okay, now trumpets, you're done. Now it's time for the flutitors or whatever you just call them.
Flautist, damn it.
So then the flautists, they would get their turn. Well, I have severe ADD in 6th grade, so I need to be doing something, and it usually meant mocking the teacher.
Sure.
So everybody else would be laughing at me and giving 2 shits about the flute player over there.
Right.
Well, what I was doing like making like faces behind the teacher, and the teacher turned and looked, and I was like perfectly still, like wasn't showing what I was doing, and he turned back around, and I did it again, and he turned around and he busted me right in the middle of it. So I got busted. So then what he wanted to do is he wanted to take and put me behind him. So picture like a orchestra or whatever, like a little round orchestra, and the guy's in the front directing the band, and then there's me behind him. So he can't see me, but everybody else can.
What a dumb
Tell me
fuck.
how that could
right?
work. So here I am behind the band teacher,
Oh my God.
making faces and like jerking off, or like making jerk off hands,
putting things in his butt, and
just being the most offensive thing ever. Well, so he turned around, and I was like mid-stroke or something.
Right.
There was no not getting caught. So he's like, you need to get out of here. And I was like, good. Well, band sucks.
Get out.
He's like, you're out of here. And I'm like, well, good, because band sucks. And he goes, well, I agree with you. Now go. So
somebody was dedicated.
Here we had a required class. We had to be in like band or chorus. You had to sing.
You should have been in chorus, man.
Yeah, I wasn't much of a singer then. Now I could sing all day. As he rolls his eyes.
Yeah, okay, Taylor Swift over there.
So anyway, I got kicked out of band, and my job, instead of doing band or chorus, I had to be like the teacher's aide. So I get to correct all the kids' papers.
Well, everybody got A's.
Yeah,
all the girls you like got A's. All the dudes you
sure.
hated got F's. I get it.
Well, so here I didn't have to fulfill the requirement of being in a music because, well, that kid's fucking out of his mind.
So your talents are wasted.
Yeah, keep me away from the group of people. Like you You stay over here, and the rest of the population will be over here.
So you played the trumpet, huh? That's
Yep.
good to know. Keep that one right in my pocket. This is my band story. So when I got into band when I lived in Michigan, I played the trombone, but I hated it. I never got into it. I didn't like it, and I just basically like mimic stuff. So like you weren't sure, I was good enough for like I could just follow along and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and, like I knew how to do it, but you didn't want me up there. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't like it. I was more into like I'm gonna go smoke cigarettes and like do
how
shit
old was
that
this?
like 6th grade,
Okay,
shit
yeah,
like that.
yep.
So like when I moved up here in like 8th grade, like I was kind of like you, I guess, where I'm just gonna fuck around a lot. And
That's the only way to do it.
yeah, and like for laughs, I would just like drop my trombone because I had no concept of money. I didn't care. I didn't pay for it. It wasn't mine. You know what I mean? So drop it, dung it, whatever.
Yeah.
So when I moved up here and I was in band, the band teacher passed me because he felt so bad. He thought we were poor. He's like, so he gave me a B because like he saw it and like he knew I wasn't playing probably.
He didn't want you to have to come back another time, probably. He
Right.
didn't want you
Well,
to
I
have
was in the high school next, so he didn't really
okay.
care. But I don't think he wanted to like hold it against me. And then like one time, my mom like parent teacher conference, and then my mom like figured out that I was just like totally like she's like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "Because I'm pretty sure I told you from the onset." You want me to take band? Okay, I'll take band, but it's not. I'm not really into it.
Yeah.
So,
If you had to choose band or sports, what
Sports.
What sport?
well, I played football.
Did you?
I played football in 6th and 7th grade, and then in 8th grade I didn't because I just moved here. And then in 9th grade I did, but I fucked up my ankle. And then I
Always
figured
an
out.
injury.
Well, and then I figured out weed like shortly after.
Yeah.
So then I was like, well, I
don't
figured
have
out what
the
I'm
mo-
doing in
Yeah.
high school. Fuck that shit. I did that for the last like 3 years.
Well, you've ended up turning that into a pro career in some ways. A lot of people take their football and they go on to college.
True.
And
they get into like shape and sexy and like make millions. Not this cowboy.
I mean,
Let me shower in pizza. Yes. It's going to be fucking awesome. I can't wait. What are you going to do with your time? I'm going to smoke drugs and giggle. Okay.
no. Let me
But
say
you
this.
could have been an
Who's-
athlete. Oh. Well done.
Who's having more fun? The guy that's laughing and having a good time, or the guy who's like putting in like hard work and like effort and like has like
See, it comes down to like a cost-benefit analysis.
exactly.
So he's having a shitty time, but when
he's working
like,
hard.
But when he's 40,
He'll
he's
be
gonna do
bankrupt.
whatever.
No, he'll have spent all his money in his 20s on like
So assume-
cars and drugs and women. And
assume that he's not, and that he's
tell me
diligently-
one athlete who hasn't spent all of his money on drugs and cars and women.
Bart Starr.
They didn't have drugs and women in the 60s.
What's free sex and free drugs has things to say about that one. I think so does like the hippies, but fair point. I guess I can't argue. Okay, Troy Aikman,
Okay, so he's the exception to the rule.
Daryl Johnston, any of the ones with stable jobs
Yeah,
on
well, that's because
TV?
they went to school
The
to
ones
like
that-
be on TV.
the ones-
they got a
Michael
communication
Strahan.
degree. Yeah, okay.
He's good. He doesn't even have to cash Giants checks. He's just cashing Regis and Kelly checks.
Riding Regis's coattails.
Right.
It's Regis.
It's me, Regis. Oh,
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Is he still
How about you,
alive?
Michael?
Michael. How about you, Michael?
It's actually the one. Do you know the Who Wants to? The Who Wants to Be a Millionaire guy is actually the guy from the deodorant commercials, the guy that did like the Old Spice commercials.
Oh, Terry Crews?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's like
He hosts Millionaire?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to start watching. I love Terry
It
Crews.
went to
I'm
be
going to start
it was
watching that show again.
That Meredith chick that's on.
Yeah, I hated that cunt.
Yeah,
Fuck
and then
her.
it's the black
looks
guy from that rides the horse backward. or
good.
whatever.
Because that Meredith Vieira, dude, she looked like old soup on stage, dude. I fucking hate. I couldn't stand her. She looked like a landfill. It just didn't make. Dude, it didn't make any sense.
Well,
I don't even know who she is. I've never heard of her.
she's from one of those TV shows, like some news thing or something. I don't know. Who cares?
Exactly. That's why you need fucking what's his nuts up there being all crazy and screaming and punching the contestants when they don't get it right.
I don't think I've watched the whole episode. I'll just see him on there, and he's not.
I haven't watched it since Reach. Why don't you just set the fucking screensaver to not turn on?
0?
Yeah. Like, I'll just keep it at 30 seconds. Like, that'll work.
Well, normally I'm on it so much it doesn't affect me.
Right, but you're
Then
not
I have to sit and like have a conversation with someone. It turns off.
Not 50 faps per second right now, so...
I do a lot of fapping.
That's true. Who doesn't? What's with all the tape, man?
Tape. What do you see tape?
Scotch tape, packing tape. That's a
Tapeworm?
piece of glass. Is this a... Whoa! Well, you shouldn't have let me find this.
We've already had this. This has been in a prior episode. What he found was it's a magnifying glass.
Why do you keep this with you then? It was in there?
Yeah, it's not mine. It's hers.
Oh.
Basically, you use it. You put it over like a paper document, and it makes the words bigger. So you put it flat. No, you don't put it on your penis.
I'm sorry.
Put it on. Can you read those words without the? Yeah. Okay. Now put that thing over the top, dead over the top of it, and it like magnifies.
Information can be reported. What? That's amazing.
So basically, this came up in the episode in February when we were talking about Daytona.
Whoa!
And
you can see inside of it. It's dirty in there.
I was using that to look at the picture of the cell phone that I found on the internet. I was using it to see like the serial number on there.
Did anything ever come of that?
Fuck no! Are you kidding me?
What a jerk!
Yeah.
I hope that guy gets raped in fucking life.
Well, it was kind of a joke that because I just got back from Indianapolis for another race, and
yeah, how was that?
That was awesome, man.
Cool.
Well, the joke was that like, well, you go to the big NASCAR race, you lose another cell phone. Like,
did you lose one?
No, I kept all my devices locked tight.
Good. What other devices, like dildos and such?
Dildos, kept those tight. Butt plugs.
Nice.
Razor blades, all the things that are essential for going to a NASCAR race.
Is the razor blades to get the butt plugs out?
You don't need to. If you don't know what the razor blades are for, you don't need to know what the razor blades are for. So you do know.
I do. Anyway, let's quick do that line of blow with that razor blade.
So we went to the Brickyard this weekend. I woke up one morning. I think it was a week.
Sounds like you're gonna rap at me.
Oh.
Hey kids, let's rap. I woke up one morning and I started to see all these NASCAR flags. They was waving at me.
Oh, we got fucking.
I'm done.
DJ Jazzy O up in this hood. So basically, I woke up in the morning and I was like, I think I'm gonna go to the. See, you can't even hear my.
I think you're rapping at me. Quit saying you're waking up in the morning. That's how I'll rap.
I'm just gonna rap it to you now.
Do it then.
Fuck, I don't know how. The skin pigment is just too light. I can't do it.
Woke up quick, right about noon. Thought that I was gonna be in NASCAR soon.
Freestyle? Oh,
it's not freestyle. That's easy.
Okay.
Give credit where credit's due.
Fair enough. I guess I don't know my rap.
Well, obviously.
Really
I've seen your playlist before, and it's Linkin Park played like 0 times, and Taylor Swift played like I don't know. They stopped keeping count after like
44,000.
Yeah.
You can't tell if it's like my playlist or if it's my email.
Yeah. I didn't even know she wrote that many songs. Well, a lot of them's a cappella, and this one I got her in the shower. What? Yeah, she sneezed. Okay. That's creepy, but I get it. How much Mariah Carey do you have on your...
Dim, 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 dim.
That's how music goes.
Dim, 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 dim.
Sounds like someone's been practicing. That's beginner guitar right there.
Nice, dude. Well done.
When people begin the guitar and they want to play Smoke on the Water, it always sounds like that. Din, din, ding.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Din, din, ding, ding. Din, ding.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Wait.
Way to go, Jimmy!
Let me try that again.
Yeah. Good job. Like, that's how it goes. Yeah. Nobody should... Unless you're Jimmy Page or, like, Axl Rose, you should just not play guitar.
I agree.
Anyway, how would we ever find new talent?
Good question.
Thank God we're not in charge.
So, actually, I found this, nothing.
Oh. Well, that was a good story. I'm glad you brought it up. Good job.
Okay, so, I have this video I want to show you real quick.
Okay.
Watch, Tell me what you are witnessing.
Hold
here.
on. Let me come over there and let me put my glasses on.
You have to put glasses on to watch the video?
Well, dude.
Sorry if that's offensive. All right, I'm a dick. Sorry. You might want to bring your microphone.
I'll scream.
Okay, so what are we watching here?
It looks like some sort of like American Idol Telemundo or
Okay, now
whatever.
watch.
Is that a tampon?
Something like that.
Did she drop a tampon out of herself?
Rewind it here. Ready?
What the fuck was that? Did she drop?
She dropped her like
Is
her.
she singing murder ballads about the cartel dropping tampons on live TV? This is Univision, for Christ's sake. This is the big leagues, dude. They get more viewership than fucking NBC.
Telemundo dropping menstrual pads.
Oh my god.
And you know what the best part is? She didn't skip a beat.
She
just.
dude, that's a heavy flow. She just walked on by, dude. They had to sanitize the set after that. Mexico. A period is not a miracle.
It is in Mexico.
When you are on telenovelas, yeah. Anyway, she was kind of hot.
Well, I didn't. All I saw was her menstrual pad.
Oh, well, you know what they say. Mexican chicks are fun.
So, I got a email today
Okay.
from the.
One of like 6 million, I imagine.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, 44,000. You know what? I don't have to read every fucking email the world sends me, all right? So sometimes they just get unread, okay?
It's pretty important when Sam at Ampoop emails you about a prospective job. So just keep that one in mind.
Well,
But anyway.
I keep them all. That's why they're all there. If I
True.
ever need them, I just search for, like, poop. And
Yeah. There it is.
there whittles down 1%.
So I send you so many emails that you're just not reading.
That's true.
Damn
Well,
it.
spam filter catches a lot of it.
I know. Damn poop.
Well, anyway,
filters. Okay.
So I get this email from the NSA, and there's some pretty strange things in here. So I thought I'd put together a little thing for us here, and
Okay.
take it away here.
Go inside. Oh.
What?
I don't-
Where?
all right, here we go.
And inside where? I mean, that's a
This is okay. So apparently,
that's a pretty personal, daunting request.
okay. So apparently, some of your like voicemails or I think your house is bugged, dude.
Really? Some
So-
of my inner thoughts.
Some of the things that you've come up with over the last that you kind of keep to yourself, you keep in private.
Damn it!
I'm gonna play on
I knew I shouldn't.
the radio.
I knew I shouldn't have screamed all those names when I was jerking off.
Like this one here.
There's a suicidal man at the East Town Mall. Well, no better place in Green Bay to die than the deadest mall in America.
Huh? That's just logical, right there. That's just you can't deny that. Although that must have been. I'm thinking that might have been like a year ago because the East Town Mall, man, that place is popping now.
Is it?
Dude, they have a Qdoba's.
Oh, no shit.
And yeah, dude.
Oh, they have a smart call. That's my favorite.
Yup. And they do. The East Town Mall is an up and coming area of Green Bay.
Huh.
So
I would have never thought.
I recant that statement.
All right.
If there was a crazy killer on the east side of Green Bay, he should go down where the ships come in, clean up that part of town.
That part is kind of shitty.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Huh.
It used to be you don't want to live below Mason, but now it's you don't want to live below University.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
above Mason and below Mason's all right now.
It's a nice little. The good areas like a little
Mhm.
packed in there tight.
Right.
When I lived downtown, I lived.
You lived in a good spot downtown.
I used to always say I lived halfway between the rich doctors and the ghetto. Like I lived like
Yeah.
smack dab in the middle.
Kind of. But you lived in a good spot.
Rich doctor was like on that side of the street, and
Yep.
then like the guy that wanted to like buy crack from me for
Yep.
some reason lived like 2 houses down.
Hey, you got to get rid of your excess flour somehow.
And then the state trooper
You
was
didn't
like,
know anybody. Yeah, I know, right? The state trooper lived like right next door.
he could like see the pot plants from the window.
Pretty much. We used to like cash bowls on the top of his car.
Yeah, use this ashtray.
Yeah, why wouldn't we? He was always asleep, not banging girls.
Oh, what's this one here?
Man, the people from Duck Dynasty look like ZZ Top's pre-cum.
I hate Duck Dynasty.
Do
I
you?
think they've ruined part of America.
Which part?
The shitty part already, the South, but
Okay, yeah.
they don't need any more ruining, you know what I mean? Like, they don't need that kind of attitude any longer down there.
Now,
Dude, Duck Dynasty is like, dude, that's like our grandparents.
have you watched it?
I've seen the show a few times, yeah.
Yeah, well, you've seen it more than I have.
The old man is the one I can't stand. The one that apparently was better than Terry Bradshaw at football. The motherfucker's like, he's biblical.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I watched one where he like followed his grandson on like a date or something. Dude, it was just weird. And I mean, I get it, they're doing it for TV and stuff, but you know, here we are, like, in, you know, it's not like it's 1912 anymore. It's not like it's 1940 anymore. There's not even any more 19s until 2019, which is in 4 years. So, dude, those people need, you know, and they're just dumb fucks that got rich off of a duck call. And I guess maybe I'm a little jealous. I don't know, but dude, fuck those guys.
So it's like the Kardashians of like the South, the redneck Kardashians.
There you go. I guess. I mean, they
without
didn't invent
the sex
anything,
scene
though.
Without like
It's
a
like
sex
the-
tape, without like just talentless.
They're
TV
like
horse.
people who win at casinos.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, if yeah, okay, you got lucky. You made a duck call. Ducks, they're not that smart. You know what I mean? Is it the best duck call? I don't know. What do I know about duck calls?
I thought all duck calls were the same. I thought, don't ducks just...
I thought you put bread out, ducks were coming. But apparently you need to call them, and that's where these guys found their niche in life.
Well,
And they made good money be doing ducks, and they...
it's just something they like, or are they the duck call inventors?
No.
Or is this
the
like...
duck call's been around since, I think,
Yeah.
like, since...
before the old guy was even born,
Yeah, they've...
to some degree.
I'm sure there was like some guy on a safari somewhere in, you know, like some prehistorian time.
The patent in South America just finally ran out, and so they
And
took
then
it over.
yeah, that's how it works. And now all the South American rights. You know, that's how it
The
works.
American way.
Do you know how Target stores in Australia are not affiliated with Target
Huh.
everywhere else in the world for that exact reason? Their branding ran out and they didn't redo it in time, and some other company like bounced on it, and now they are Target, but Australians don't get to. They might have other Targets that are like the legit Targets,
Yeah.
but not these few.
Crazy.
Because they've lost their fucking. They lost their branding rights over there,
Crazy.
right? Australians are crazy.
Well, they're kind of stupid.
You say that to Paul Hogan, he heard that.
What else we got here?
Every time I hear a rap song with the word nigga in it, I'm just going to replace it in my head with the word Nilla. Like, Nilla wafers. So then it'll be like they're singing about people that are Nilla in color, and then it'll be more relatable. Them Nillas is crazy.
It would be more relatable. You know what I mean? Like, I'd like to be a Nilla with attitude.
Yeah, but aren't Nilla wafers white?
Yeah.
See, okay.
So instead of the N word for the black, Nilla for white. And
Do you say that to a black guy? Yeah, I feel you, Nilla.
I should. I feel like I should now. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
There's a black dude at work.
Well,
Wait, no, there's not.
everybody.
There's not.
Wait a minute. Where are we?
There's not.
Yeah.
We can park in the handicap spot. Nobody cares.
There's no black people. There's no handicapped.
Right?
We're equal opportunity.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if EOE came in, they'd be like, wait a minute. There's Asians.
Well, somebody has to use the computers.
It's true.
Well, so that was a little peek.
Go
like that.
inside O.
I like that one. I like the rap. The rap one was the best one.
Which one?
The Nilla wafer
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
genius.
Yep. Yeah.
I hope that catches on. That was pretty good. And the NSA's listening to me, huh? Well, at least they're keeping the gold and not the garbage.
Right.
A lot of garbage.
Yeah, I can only
Most
imagine.
of the time,
I can only imagine what they didn't send me.
Ugh.
Those are the ones they're still trying to analyze to make sure it's like.
I put the anal in analyze.
That's a button.
That's true. That is a button.
That's a button.
You're a button.
Aw, thanks.
You didn't see me, but I just winked and shot
the gun.
Did the hand
he did
thing
this Shooter McGavin.
Shooter McGavin. It was like that time in Top Gun. He threw me his towel like, thanks, Ace or Goose or whatever your name is. You're dead now, but it's cool.
So what's new with you, man? What you got something to?
What's new with me? I went to the dentist not that long ago.
How'd that go?
Well, pretty shitty.
Really?
Yeah, I had to get a couple of teeth pulled because I'm pretty much a stickler on dental hygiene.
You're an oral master.
Yeah, right. Kids, rotten pussy equals bad teeth. But when I went and got them pulled out, they gave me a bunch of Vicodin.
Yeah.
So that was worth it. You know,
Yeah.
that was kind of nice. Made the days at work go by, a little easier.
Huh.
And but the pain didn't go away, and I developed not a big dry socket, but like a little bit of one. So I went to the dentist and I made an appointment, but they're like, no,
They're like, nope, you're not that person.
just go wait. No, there's just go wait. We'll call you when we're ready. I'm like, okay, just like every other appointment I've been to, and I'm on my lunch break when I'm doing this because I can't take unlimited, time off to go to the dentist. And for whatever reason, dentists are only open from 8 to 4:30, and those are the hours I work. So
Right.
kind of SOL.
You have to either take a day off of work or
Right. So I'm trying to get this done, and I go in there, and they're like, oh, yeah, he'll be with you in a minute. So, okay, 45 minutes goes by, and I'm like, well, I'm going to have to go because this is my lunch break. And they're like, oh, yeah, he's doing a procedure right now. So I'm like, what do you mean? and they're like, do you want to reschedule? I'm like, yeah, can I come back when I'm done with work? They're like, no. I'm like, okay,
we close.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, well, can I come back at the same time tomorrow? And she's like, yeah, but the other chick next to me who knew that I was kind of upset, she understood that here I am, dude, I fucking hurt, man.
Yeah.
This isn't fun. I have to talk on to people at work and stuff. It makes me.
Oh, that's right.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be irritated at work when I have to deal with people.
You're already irritable as it is.
Exactly. So when I get and she's like, yeah, that's fine. And the lady's looking at me and looking at, they're like, no, he's going to be doing another procedure at that time. I'm like, why would you even make appointments during the time?
Right.
What do you? Why? Why would you even offer the time?
Right.
Oh, I about exploded, but I realized that here they can't help it.
Right.
So the next day I went in there and it was fine.
Well,
I went in there and,
without saying the name, who's this? Is this the only dentist in America? Isn't there?
it was
an insurance thing or this
no,
is the
it
guy
wasn't. Okay, so it wasn't actually a dentist. It was an oral.
It was
surgeon.
a veterinarian,
right? It was a butcher.
Yeah.
I was just
He
I
was cutting some other meat. At the time.
I was waiting behind Woodman's and was hoping he would come out.
Did this guy have an actual license?
License? What? I don't know that word. But no, he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't. Well, he was probably a dentist, but he was an oral surgeon. Is what it was. So it was actually you're going to a little mouth hospital.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You're not going to get your cleanings there. You're going there to
get your mouth reattached or
yeah, oh, you need 48 root canals. Well, that's weird, but okay, go here, kind of thing.
Okay.
So
you're telling me there was a wait at the oral surgeon? There was a long line.
Yeah, I mean there was people in the waiting room. Yeah,
Huh.
Oral surgery is a good racket.
Kind of common.
Yeah,
Crazy.
a lot of people, a lot of.
I remember years ago you had something with your mouth that was really bumming you out. And
same thing.
You're 4 years later you're finally addressing it, because I remember at the time you got insurance and you're like, oh, my insurance kicks in a week or something and I can finally get it taken care of.
Right.
And they've just been putting you on the wait list for 4 years or.
The dentist isn't something that most people are really enjoying to go to.
Yeah.
Had I known drugs would have been so readily available, I probably would have went sooner. But no, I mean I didn't know it. You know what I mean? I have a pretty high. It doesn't bother me because I've grown so accustomed to it. But I think that I must have had a little infection or something in it, man, because it fucking just killed for a week straight, and finally I had enough. I couldn't handle it anymore. So
I had right out of high school. I had this is so long ago. I don't even really remember the details of it, but I remember I had something with my mouth where I went
for
in.
chicks getting new braces put in. I get it.
Yeah. And I, it's funny because it's true.
Right.
They asked me, do I want to get a root canal or do I want to have the teeth pulled? They gave me the option, and I said, well, I feel like getting your teeth pulled is kind of permanent. That kind of
So if you remove them, do they grow back? Like, well, one of them will.
Well, I just figured it would be hard to eat. There's more.
There are
benefits,
limitations,
but then at the same time, I've heard everybody go like, "Well, this is as bad as getting a root canal." Like whenever they have like the worst part about their job, they're like, "Well, I'd rather get a root canal." So to me, I'm thinking a root canal is just the most painful thing you've ever had to deal with.
It's not fun.
So I ended up getting two root canals at the same time, double root canal, and it didn't hurt a bit. It was the most painless thing I've ever. Like I've been in more pain today, just like farting than I had at the like.
You must have a really tough butthole. So were you like
not much coming in and out of there? I'll tell you.
Were you like gassed up or anything like that? Or
no, they didn't. I think they Novocaine me, or they like lubed it or something. They like numbed it.
Yeah. So okay. So yeah, that part does not, I guess, hurt that much because you're so numb from the Novocaine,
right?
And they give you like pain med. Yeah.
I was able to drive home, so it wasn't like I was out. They didn't like.
All right, so apparently you're some sort of superhero then. Hooray for Cody! Your mouth is indestructible, or at least has a high tolerance of pain.
Well, okay, so anyway, I get this root canal done, and they didn't cap it or something. They didn't like.
It's a 2-step process.
Okay, so you do it once, and then you come back in a second day. Well,
yeah.
Apparently that never happened.
Mm-hmm.
So
you have
weeks
half
down the road, months down the road, it falls out. Yeah, it broke right off. So my tooth was missing, and I remember I was eating something, and it was like macaroni's not supposed to be this crunchy or something like that. And sure enough, the fucking tooth came out completely. And then but maybe a week later, the other one came out. So I have both sides of my root canal, or both sides of my jaw here, root canal done. And the tooth just fall, and I haven't been to the dentist since. Actually, it's funny, they took me to court. Oh yeah, because I didn't pay for it. I was like, motherfucker, the thing fell out. Like, I ain't paying you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's kind of what happened to me. Is I had a half done root canal.
Huh.
And yeah, they don't last forever.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they just do it all at one time? I don't get it.
Because it
has to cure or something.
There's a cement in there that they put in that has to set.
Oh, okay.
So, and you have to let it set for like 18 hours probably or something like that. So then you go in and you get like the molding or whatever they call it, and they put that on top.
Man, I wish I had like
money.
Well, no, the money thing wouldn't have been so much of it because I think I had insurance at the time, but I was under my parents' insurance. As a matter of fact.
So then you wish you would have had gumption to get there, huh?
No, it's not even that. It's just the knowledge. I wish I had known like how much of an idiot I was at age 18. You know what I mean? Like, man, I'm an idiot.
We spend most of our adult life, figuring out what we fucked up on as kids. So,
well,
there's a knowledge bomb for you.
Yep. Well,
take
that's the most depressing thing I've heard all day.
So let's go re-up on our meds and
get back to work. Another day.
Another day. Another thought of suicide.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah, this one's taking a turn for the worst. Oh, yeah. Someone lost a boner.
Oh, actually, as a matter of fact, I've got a good losing a boner story.
Speaking of boners, I love a good boner story.
So, I'm coming back from Indianapolis, right? And I
like where this is going.
I'm like, I don't know if I should share this or not, but I'm gonna. So I'm coming back from Indianapolis, and I get, I don't know, maybe 2 hours. This is a 7-hour trip or something.
Right.
Like 2 hours up the road, and yeah, I got one of those like morning wood kind of things, like
road woodies.
Yeah, so she's passed out next to me, so she can't do nothing about it. I could wake her up, but that's just annoying.
You don't have to wake up.
I'm in traffic, so I could handle it myself, but.
I've jerked off in my car a few times.
I used to do that every day on the road.
Nice.
Just kidding. I made that part up.
I believe it.
So anyway, I'm like...
Do you think truckers ever, like...
Every day.
Fill up a fleshlight and just whip it out the side like a piss jug? Is there like a... Do you have to empty it out? Is there like a repository in there? What do you do?
That's a question for the truckers. Truckers, if you can answer that.
What do you? Where does all the cum go, truckers? Tell me. Anyway, continue your story.
So I'm driving down the road. I got this fucking wood that I don't want at the moment. It's of no
Understandable.
It's of no value to me right
Right, driving.
now. Yeah,
You got.
I kind of like driving in its own right. Maybe that's why I had the wood. Who knows? I'm getting one of those I'm falling asleep wood kind of thing. Like I'm like driving and I'm like.
So you're like road sleepy horny.
Kinda, yeah.
Because sometimes when you get on the road, like I get boners in the car a lot.
Yeah.
Because like it just happens.
Vibrations and
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
my dick seems to like the road. Whatever. I'm not gonna fuck it.
So I wanted to get rid of this
Should I?
wood.
Anyway.
I'm like pushing down. I'm like, God, just fucking go away already. So I came up with the
the
idea.
driver's next to you noticing.
Yeah, I'm fucking the size of that thing. It's gonna fucking set my horn off eventually.
Exactly.
So what I did is I reached in the back and I got these jalapeno peppers from Popeyes. The best jalapeno. I mean, they're fucking hot.
Okay.
And I knew the fact that the heat, it would be so hot that it would just take my mind off of it.
So you rubbed it on your dick? There's easier ways to lose a boner, man. I mean, you could have just... I don't like where this story's going. You're okay? Did you have to go to the hospital?
Nope, totally fine.
Cool.
What first degree burns? You put a little bit of aloe on it and
Yeah, and
jerk off.
Then you get to treat that boner like it should have been in the first place.
Yeah, so I just ate a hot pepper and my mouth was like so on fire that I stopped noticing my boner. Before I knew it, I was in town.
So, somehow I feel like we're missing a good 6 hours of that story. But I'll take it for what I've heard. Yeah, we left Indianapolis, got a boner, ate a pepper, and now it's home. So, what? Yep. Now let's move on. Okay.
And that's my boner story.
Well, I'm glad. So spicy peppers makes you lose a boner. Well, I'm gonna go
According
home.
to my research, I'm gonna go home and get rid of all.
Right, I'm never eating spicy food again.
I can't even talk.
I'm only eating bland tasting food. Make me rock hard. Your face is red.
So is my
Boner?
pepper.
Oh.
Whew.
Woo. Oh, Lordy.
Well, I hope everybody else out there enjoyed that story as much as Ho did.
I'm having a good time. I'm having a great time. Whatever. This might be shit for radio, but hey, we're having a blast. Are these Pop Rocks?
Probably.
They are.
Huh.
Ooh, from Halloween, huh?
Yeah,
There's
you
a-
probably better leave those there.
There's another boner story.
Fuck, we were going to talk about something that I don't remember now.
Tom Brady's suspension got held up today.
I saw that. What's your thoughts?
I guess it's...
How do you think the Patriots are going to do now with him out?
I firmly believe the Patriots are a lot of it is the systems that they run, and a lot of it is because Bill Belichick knows how to exploit holes in defenses and all that kind of jazz. So if he can put a player in there that can just get the ball there, you know what I mean? They don't have to zing it to him like an Aaron Rodgers, or they don't have to Peyton Manning it to him. But if they can Matt Flynn it to him, or if they can and I think they have Matt Flynn. But I'm pretty sure they're really high on their backup anyway.
Yeah, I heard the name of him, and I didn't...
Yeah, it's like Galopalik.
Yeah,
It's something crazy. You know what I mean? Or if you could put a Kyle Orton type person, just somebody that's not going to fuck it up.
Just get the ball to the guy.
Right. Somebody that's not
Everybody else has already been there.
Right.
They know what they're doing.
That's why Matt Castle was considered a starter for so long, is because, hey, look what he did in New England that year. Well, golly, you can put in... Tom Brady, not taking anything away from the guy, but a lot of quarterbacks could succeed in a system like that. Or with a coach like Tom or Bill Belichick.
Yeah, it's just kind of funny how the guy goes 6th round or whatever, kind of never heard of him, and then he ends up going to a place where now he's the greatest player in the history of the world.
Yeah, he's everybody's favorite tomboy.
Yeah.
What about the
lady NFL?
The lady NFL coach, huh? 16. Apparently, there was a women's football league, and that's been around for at least 14 consecutive years because she was in it for 14 years. It was just crazy.
Is it different than the ladies' lingerie thing?
I think it's way different.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure this is full contact.
Well, that's what the ladies... They changed it to like the Legends Football League or something because it was offensive.
She was in no lingerie league, I don't think.
Okay, all right.
She was.
Was she a player or a coach?
She played football for
Okay.
14 seasons.
Huh.
It said. I just read like a little blurb on the Cardinals website.
Yeah.
She played rugby and played football, and then they had a picture of her.
When I was reading about it, they made it sound like she's actually just going to be like a
sideshow attraction?
like a PR. Yeah.
Well, she's only here for the preseason?
Yeah, it was like preseason coach or something. Like,
yeah. Well, she's like a
I think it's
linebacker
a
coach or some shit like that.
it's more. To me, it seems like more of a just a PR move, like a barrier breaker. Like, we'll get one in here to say we did it.
Right.
Didn't they have a lady referee last year?
They did.
Where is she still in the league?
No, she was in college though. She wherever like Colorado is.
Yeah, like the West.
Yeah, like
or
the
something?
Mountain West. I think she's a Mountain West rep.
Pac-10 or something.
No, I don't think she's good enough to be in the Pac-10.
Oh,
She was in the Fail Mary game.
that's right. Yep. I just I'm all for equal rights and the whole like everybody. I'm all for that.
Maybe she could have been in the lingerie league. I don't know.
I feel like it's more of a the Ray Rice thing last year and how poorly they handled it.
That's
like
what some chick
it's-
was saying at work too. Like,
I kind of think it's more of a like, look, we love women, and I mean,
ladies are welcome.
from a distance, she kind of looks more like a Caitlyn Jenner type, where maybe she is a woman
is that Bruce
now.
Jenner?
Yeah,
Is that the former Bruce Jenner?
right? I see. I mean, maybe she's more of a she was.
So do you think she goes? Does she pee standing up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. That's my opinion.
You think she was a man?
I think she was a man.
What's her name?
Peyton Manning. Jen Welter.
Sounds made up.
Well, Caitlyn Jen Welter.
There you go. That's more than a coincidence.
I mean, here's a picture of her from recent. She looks like Caitlyn Jenner.
All right. Well, I gotta
Fuck.
come over and see.
This one was taken 7 hours ago. I mean, okay, where's the Adam's apple? Yeah, you might say, like, there it is. It's right there.
She looks like she would play like a Bond villain, like a big Russian Bond villain. Like she could come in and be like, "I will kill you," and like,
yeah,
try to blow ice
She looks
at
like
him.
she got beat up by like China in the WWE. Like, look at the
Did
muscles.
you hear about,
look at the muscles on this chick.
Yeah, there's definitely no boobs. Did you hear about the Hulkster? Well, Hulk
Yeah.
getting racist with it.
Well, what do you expect? I mean, did you have any question of a doubt that could possibly come out of his mouth?
Brother, no.
Did you hear the audio?
No, I didn't. I've heard enough rap songs that I know what the word sounds like.
Yeah.
I know what.
I don't even think
Is it
it was.
censored?
I don't think it was released.
I hate that damn.
Yeah, no,
I hate that damn Nilla.
Yeah,
It was all about because his daughter, who I think is kind of hot, isn't she?
she's reasonably attractive.
Definitely bangable by black dudes, apparently, because the Hulk was not impressed.
Well, yeah, I don't know. It's unfortunate because the way that I understand the story, I mean,
The races shouldn't mingle, brother.
it was a thing where like he was recorded from some like
Yeah, it was something that was old, way old,
right.
Like from like 5, 6, 8 years ago, something like that.
So wait. We're talking about Hulk. We're talking about
Hulk
like,
Hogan,
the
not
80s.
Paul Hogan.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan,
We're talking about like the 90s, the 80s. We're talking about like the
right?
the rise of
Mr. Mom, yeah.
We're talking about like the Iron Sheik era. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like he's ever said anything offensive or racist.
Well, I mean, his character kind of sounds racist, but whatever.
Like, name some other characters. Like,
Ric Flair,
yeah, like you're telling me
the
that there's
Ultimate Warrior.
there's not a single thing that
Name me.
Ric Flair said off the record allegedly that.
So you think like okay, so like in your head,
Let me ask you this.
So
What
when
about-
so in your head, when the WWFE whatever they are when they're done with like they're prancing around and like having fun with each other, they're going out with good old fashioned coon bashing, and they're going to find themselves a blackie and tie him up and string him up, boys, string him up, brother. Woo!
Yeah. Wait, didn't
That was a conversation
Didn't
that
Hulk
they've
or
all
someone?
had.
Didn't they have like a little black guy that like carries their suitcase, or like there's like a A
I think
wrestler.
that's just a guy that works at the hotel. I don't know. I don't follow wrestling all that much, so I don't know if
really,
there are black wrestlers. I mean, I imagine there would be. I can't imagine that the moneymaker that Vince McMahon was didn't be like, well, maybe we should bring a couple of African fellows in here and let's see what they can bring to the table. I mean, if anything, he could have put him in the XFL.
Well, that's kind of.
Did you Google
irrelevant.
black wrestlers?
No.
And it just came up with like snowboards.
I'm not going to tell you what I Googled, but just look at this picture of it's a phone case, and it's just got his face is missing.
What?
Because that's where like the camera on the phone goes.
That's
What a pointless.
somebody had to invent it. Hey man, don't you want Mark Wahlberg on the back of your phone without his face? I do. Well, I got the thing for you.
Do you know about the Hulk sex tape, the fucking Bubba the Love Sponge thing or whatever?
No.
All right, maybe that's for another episode. We're coming up on 58 minutes here, so maybe that's for a different day. But like,
Okay.
fucking
Yeah, okay. Well, we can do Hulk stuff. Let's hope that the Hulk doesn't leave the news. And that something will remind us of him.
Yeah.
I'm going to go home tonight and watch Mr. Mom twice.
well, that's your choice.
Fuck you.
Let me ask you real quick. I
Sure.
I wrote two things down here. Donald Trump running for president. What's your take?
Donald Trump will never be president. Donald Trump, it's not the first time he's ran.
Yeah.
It's not like this is news, or, it's not like it's the first time he's ever done.
Well,
Donald Trump is nothing but making news for himself. Everything he does, everything he says, Donald Trump
You can tell he's not really taking it seriously.
Yeah, Donald
But,
Trump doesn't take life seriously.
I think it's just funny that he's leading all the polls according to the news. I get an email that said like NBC reports that Donald Trump was leading
out of like 28 candidates. So when you don't know like Mark Lurgenson
Right.
out of the Democrat or the Republican out of like Iowa.
Yeah.
But I've heard of Donald Trump.
That's
Didn't
ki-
he
I-
have the Miss Universe contest and hate Mexicans? I know that guy.
Yeah, I kind of I feel like he's going to get the Arnold treatment. Like, oh, I've heard that name. Like,
He'll never be president.
I'll
promise you.
I agree with.
If he ever becomes president, I'll eat a styrofoam cup.
Well, you keep that styrofoam cup here for me.
There's plenty of styrofoam cups, right?
No,
It
you
doesn't
said that.
have to be that one.
Okay, fair enough. I wanted to get your take on that.
Donald Trump is a pretty big piece of garbage.
I kind of find him entertaining. I don't want him to run the country. I do want to see how many things he can say and not give two shits about what.
Because he went all racist recently, and hates Mexicans, and
How is that different from?
but now you're not going to. Donald Trump will not be seen on TV any longer as far as entertainment.
Huh.
Just his political ideas. NBC booted him.
Well, yeah, but everybody gets. Well, not I shouldn't say
Everybody gets kicked off that network. Jesus Christ, we had a show on there for an hour.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like Howard Stern got kicked off. Look at him. Now he's the biggest fucking guy in radio.
15 years ago.
Probably more than that. What?
WNFL.
Yeah.
WNBC. God, Howard Stern.
Fucking.
Anyway.
And the other thing is, I got a letter last week for. I got selected for the jury duty.
Oh, because
Selection
you voted,
thing.
huh?
Must have.
Well,
Is that how it works?
Usually they pull them out of voter registry.
Yeah. It got sent to my parents' house because that was
Oh,
apparently the last like.
never done a change of address at any point in your life, huh?
Nope.
Okay, well, it works. Guess when you don't care about your mail,
I don't really.
who would?
Although the one mail that I did care about, I got that ended up. I get mail sent here all the time for me, but there was a
Sure you do.
there was my driver's license.
Came in the mail.
No, I got my CDL, right, and as part of having a CDL, you have to send your medical card. Like when you get a new DOT physical, you have to send that information to the DOT so that they have a medical thing on file for you.
Right.
I didn't realize that. I thought like here boss, here's my information, and I thought they took care of it.
Right, they're like, no, we don't have administrative support. Fuck you.
So I get a letter from.
No, you make me coffee.
So my driver's license or my DOT expired in July, and I got the new physical in June. So I never lapsed coverage at all or whatever.
Right.
I get a letter in just like a week or two, like a week before the card expired with the DOT that said, "Hey, your thing expires next week." Well, I got it 5 days after that letter. 5 days after it expired is when I finally got my mail.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, fuck. So I'm like panicking. They're like, your CDL will be revoked in 10 days if you don't. So I had like a couple days to do it. I quick went on there. I submitted the paperwork or whatever right online, right then and there. And I called them up and I was like, so I sent it in. Like, am I in danger of losing my CDL? And she's like, no, you She goes, no, you just submit it in and you'll pick up right where it left off or whatever. And I said, so in the meantime, like, you have my information, but it's not updated yet. Like, am I legal to be driving? She's like, well, you shouldn't really be driving a commercial vehicle. She's like, let me get your driver's license number and I'll look you up. And I was like, okay, thanks, bye.
Okay, bye. Like, nah. They heard my voice.
Yeah.
They're already analyzing it.
So I got on my way down to Indianapolis, I got a text from my mom. She's like, you got another mail from the DOT. Because I don't want to say I yelled at her, but I was like, hey, if I get like important mail, like whether or not it's been a week since I've been there, like you got to let me know. Like something like DOT stuff.
And she's never like, just change your address?
Well, no, in fact I did. I was like, this is this is it. I got to get I didn't realize that stuff was still getting sent there or whatever.
My mom would throw my mail away or read it.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, my mom's cool enough. She doesn't read my mail.
Not my...
I did ask her to, because she's like, you got another thing from the DOT, and I'm like, can you just open it? I'm in Milwaukee right now.
It's a check for $800.
Yeah.
What?
So
your name isn't Eric. What's going on?
Don't tell me.
Right. Anyway.
Yeah. So anyway,
I'm like mad at you. Damn it! Quit distracting us.
Well, anyway, I got that squared away, so it's all done.
Okay.
End of story. So we got everything. We blah 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 blah.
Glab glass.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to the Eternal Skunk Show.
Let's wrap for one more quick second. There's something that we have to bring up here at the Eternal Skunk Show, and it's the fact that you guys aren't following us on Twitter, and you're not.
We still have a Twitter, huh?
I would imagine. I mean,
what was the last thing that we tweeted?
You'd have to pull that one up. I don't even think I have it on my phone anymore.
Really?
I was like, yeah, I'll get it when I need it.
I'm going to just quick pull this up here.
All right, don't follow us on Twitter because we don't use it.
Loading error.
But there's
apparently you deleted the Twitter.
Just off my phone.
Nope, you deleted it from...
The Twitterverse?
Oh, okay, I need to type in the password.
Oh, see, that's something that I would never remember. Well, looks like we're going to have a new Twitter, friends.
I'm going to take a guess here.
Might be Eternal Skunk 2.
Hey, it's your...
Mom. Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Okay, yeah, so the last thing you tweeted was May 3rd.
Okay.
It's July.
What was it? What did we say?
You said, fuck yeah, the Brewers are finally doing something right. Hope tomorrow brings a better era. # Brewers Pride.
Oh, well,
and then the one before that was in April. Wait, April 25th. You wrote, "Thank Jeebus for the Packers," and it's a picture of a guy wearing a Bucks jersey, and he says he's holding up a sign that says, "But you still have Cutler," and it says,
You can't put me in something like that, dude. I just get high and I don't know what I'm doing.
So Twitter, follow us because we say some pretty awesome things on it. It's at Eternal Skunk on
it's
Twitter.
Great. Anyway, what I really wanted to rap about was like you guys got to give us some feedback. We do have a Reddit. My cousin found it through Reddit.
Oh, nice.
So and that's where he was saying all that shit from.
Okay.
He was like, yeah, I couldn't get it to work, blah, blah, blah. So maybe it's just the Reddit link.
Yeah, you're not going to get it to work on Reddit. You can find out like if you have like it favorited or I don't know really how Reddit works.
Just
that well, but
go to the website and go to the iTunes.
It's www.eternalskunk.com.
And if we get someone to follow us and I don't know you, I will call you personally and say something, whatever you want, and rub your giggles.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, and yeah. Oh, one other thing on iTunes. If you listen to the podcast on iTunes, there's a thing where you can give a review or like write feedback on there.
You can write a review, guys.
Just write a review. I mean, it can be funny. It cannot be funny. It can be.
If you guys hate it, just tell us.
Tell us, man.
If there's something that we did that really you hated, we'll do it more. Don't worry. So just let us know what you like.
And the only reason I bring that up is because based on our rating is how, like, if you search for us, its ratings is how we get like put on. Like, so if you have like 500 ratings and like they're all 5 stars, when you do a search,
people
for
are
us,
going to want to see.
It's going to pop up right away. Right now, I have to type in every single letter except the last letter of the show in order for it to come up on. I can like type in eternal, and it's like eternal faith.
Yeah,
I
noticed that like unless you like spell it like right and
the
stuff like that too. Like,
thing.
yeah.
Yep. So just give us some. 5 stars are good. This is kind of like the.
This is like Uber, guys.
Yeah.
We need
4 stars means we fucked your ear.
Pretty much. If you give us 4 stars, we pretty much just raped your mom in front of you while being on the radio going ha ha ha.
Anything less than like 2 stars, and we're probably one of us won't be on the next episode.
Me.
And I'll read the note on the air. I'll read the
Final
note.
broadcast. You guys suck, fags. That hurt. That hurt. We took that deep. Anal King Master 412. That was hurtful. All
right, one last time. www.eternalskunk.com. I don't even know what the fucking.
We're pros.
All right, well, you all have a good one.
Good night, assholes.
Ronnie James Dio.